quick Eve lesson we're going to toss in here as we continue to scan to see, hostiles popping in on us. Only a minute 40 seconds left. Is this game is extremely large and complex. There are so many different routes that you can take with your character, and you could pursue all of them with a single character, but most people, well, not necessarily most people, a significant number of people who play this game have more than one account. And it's usually easier to identify someone because they name their account something similar. Now, some of my accounts, I have 5 characters, I think, so far. 3 accounts, 5 characters. And 2 have a really similar name. They're almost backwards from each other. But the rest of them are pretty different. So keeping an eye out is you can look. We have Storm D and Storm Raijiri. Who knows what that was really pronounced, but that's what it looks like. So that is entirely possible. I mean, Storm could be a popular name, but they are very similarly named and they're in the same system. That it could be someone running 2 clients. Now, there's kind of a danger a little bit more with that is when you're running a fleet with people, we'll use a bomber wing as an example, an 8-count bomber wing. Now, if you have one person multiboxing, which is a program that lets you run more than one evil client to control them all at once, if you have one person flying 8 bombers, they are perfectly in sync. They react as one. They are very quick on the battlefield. They do everything very fast. It's a single person reacting, and so they all do the same thing. There's no fleet commands, there's no communication delay, there's nothing like that. It's instant almost. It's just your decision in your head. If I want to be here or I don't want to be here, you just leave. So, but if you have 8 people flying, what points we get? 37,050. That was lame. I want more. I want like 40 or 50 a shot. That's awesome. Let's go find some large ones and run away from battleships and stuff. All right. So, like I was saying, if you had 8 different people flying it, you're going to have like one person be the FC, who's the fleet commander. He might not necessarily be the fleet commander. Yeah. But he's the person in charge. And he has 7 other people following him, or 6 with someone with 2 characters, something like that. We'll say 8 people. One's the FC, the other 7 are following. The FC gives a command to warp, or he fleet warps all of them, which is really similar to a normal warp. There'd be a fleet thing here, and it says fleet warp. Click it, and the whole fleet warps, or whatever wing or your squad, or whatever you choose to do. All those warp together. So, go out and see if anyone's outside this station. Everyone goes. But when you fire bombs, when you fire missiles, when you go to engage or lock somebody or shoot a point or something like that to lock someone down, or webify them, anything to interact with other ships, you tell them to warp differently, you tell them to cloak, you tell them like fly in specific directions. You have to give the order, and you have to hope that people understand. There's a lot of good lingo and such things like that. They usually keep that pretty tight, but there's still a little bit of a delay. There's a communications and understanding and like an implementation altogether in that delay. When you have one person flying multiple characters, there's not that delay. Instead of having like the fleet commander has to observe it, understand it, make a decision, and then relay the decision, and the other people in the fleet have to hear what's going on, understand what's going on, implement it. There's like 7 steps there that have to happen. This can happen inside a second and a half, 2 seconds, something like that. It's pretty quick, but that's lost time. As opposed to being able to do it in like half a second or 3/4 second, as just having those first 4 steps. Is you identify, you understand, you make a decision. You kind of implement the decision. I guess would be the 4th step, instead of relaying the information. So that would be the idea. And these things are all evil. The core military beacons, oh, they're evil. They're like sites that you run, except they're like, oh, I'm on my destroyer, my cruiser or something like that was just destroyed in one. It was bad. So I hang out at the beacons right now. Maybe we'll see about one of the other ones. A covert assistance, not some military beacon. Oh, there's 3 people. Oh, mad people in system. Oh well, going to dock up. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for stopping in. There's got a subscription button come up for you in just a second. Go ahead and click it. Thanks for sticking around. You guys have a great rest of your day.